could get rocky. And Allison, this is always what worries me, you know, as a parent, whenever you go to sleep, those are the scary times when this thing is going to hit, and that's what's going to happen tonight.
Yep, especially considering, you know, you got to wake the kids up, you got to wake the family up if you end up with one of those warnings in effect for your county. So it's really important tonight to be well aware of all the threats and the timeline for everything that's rolling through, and of course have ways to receive those warnings. We've got the QR code at the bottom of our screen, so that's going to help you. If you scan it, you can download the WLWT weather app, allow it to send you those notifications tonight so that you get the warnings if and when they are issued for your community. Across greater Cincinnati right now, it's been a little bit warm outside today. So far it's been dry. We've had that cloud cover kind of building in here in the last couple of hours thanks to some rain that's sitting off to the west. Light showers starting to work their way into southeastern Indiana here right now. There's some additional rain back off to the west as well, but Connorsville, Brookville, areas around Liberty, seeing some of that light rainfall at the moment. This is not what I'm concerned about in terms of severe weather. Now, what we need to watch with this is if we end up seeing our atmosphere kind of recover after some of this rain moves in here this afternoon and this evening. I still think that's something that we end up seeing, which allows us still to see those strong severe storms moving in here tonight, midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning. Back out toward Indianapolis, we still have some rain, some thunderstorms, watching to see if that ends up kind of falling apart. Still looks like it does so, in which case, again, I do think we have a pretty good likelihood of a loud and busy night ahead of us with those storms moving in here. Storm Prediction Center still has greater Cincinnati under that slight risk of severe weather, areas off to the east of the 275 loop, but actually just new in the last few minutes, we have the enhanced risk now in effect for areas of the 275 loop. This includes a large portion of northern Kentucky, essentially 75, 71, and to the west, and all of southeastern Indiana. So that's our severe weather threat for tonight, as well as the potential for some flooding. A flood watch is going to go into effect at 10 o'clock, lasting until tomorrow morning, because this is also going to be an efficient rainmaker tonight into tomorrow morning as well. So that timeline, anywhere from midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, those strong to damaging winds, primary area of concern for us here tonight. Some of the winds could gust up to about 70 miles per hour within our strong storms. It's also important to note that independent of those strong storms, we're still going to see some winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. So it is still going to be a really gusty night. And embedded tornadoes is something else that we're going to be keeping a really close eye on here tonight as well, because any one of those storms could start to rotate, in which case we would end up with a tornado warning, in which case we would be, of course, breaking into programming until that threat has wrapped up. So for the next couple of hours, we'll still see that rain chance, especially north of the Ohio River areas, north of I-74. Then as we get closer to that midnight time frame, we start to see that line of strong storms working its way into greater Cincinnati. This is generally going to be pushing from the northwest to the south and east. So areas throughout the Cincinnati metro, I think anywhere from midnight to 5 a.m. you need to be aware of that potential for those strong storms, but especially closer to about 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, there is that really high likelihood that we end up seeing these strong storms working their way throughout the Cincinnati metro. And then areas of northern Kentucky still looking to be something that's, again, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or so, with the threat lingering until about 5 a.m., in which case after that, we actually start to dry out and things are going to start to kind of clear up for us a little bit tomorrow. So that timeline, midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning, the biggest concern we have, damaging winds up to about 70 miles per hour or so. Embedded tornadoes will be a possibility. And then, of course, there's that heavy rain threat as well that could lead to some localized runoff issues, high water issues too, especially if you end up getting repeated rounds of heavy rainfall tonight with these storms that are going to be moving in. Temperatures now sitting in the 70s. As we head into tonight, we're not going to see a huge change in terms of temperatures, only dropping down to about 69 or so for the overnight low tonight. Temperatures tomorrow topping out around 80. Those early morning storms wrapping up, then we'll dry out for a couple of days, but then by Father's Day, still looking at another chance of seeing some thunderstorms here into the afternoon and evening. Ashley and Cherie.
Allison, thank